have a movie?
Yeah.
Sure. I read that. Actually, let's show this. So you've got a witness line right there. That's etched into the glass, and then we put some red paint over the top of it, and you've got the witness line right there.
Stopped for some reason. Okay, it's back again.
Okay.
Oh, you read this as we go?
If you want.
Step 3 was to place the glass T over the O-ring at the ISO 63 port opposite of the etch line. Line up the etched reference line with the milled witness line on the plate. Now we're going to measure all 4 sides to get this thing right in the middle.
There's calipers right over here.
So from this edge to the edge of the glass is 1.63. Right in the middle of the hole, perpendicular, a little more.
A little more.
Right.
Nope, I bumped it in.
Take our time doing this. This is, wait, no. I was going to measure it. Okay. Calipers are set, 1.63. Let me measure it, see what it is. .620.
Let's get this guy.
Should be 2.875. Measure it first. Now you gotta come this way. .871. Very good.
We'll go back to this one.
Try to get it plus or minus 5. 10. Something in there. 660. We got to come my way. .640.
Back to this one.
.73. So we're right where we want to be.
Let's check the other two. These can be plus or minus 5. Within 10 thousandths is more than adequate for what we're doing right now.
1.680. .670. This one's 2.910. .915.
Okay, Eric.
Let's see.
Push down on top of it. Hold that down. While we put the split ring on. Now we're going to install the split ring.
All right, step 5 is to install the split ring. We're going to have someone hold the glass in place, holding it down. The 2 people are going to install the split ring. We'll recheck our position, make sure we didn't move. O-ring against the glass, obviously.
Maybe you want to do this.
Let me get in place and we can plug in.
Use dowel pins that line up the aluminum split ring and just pull it together. Go ahead.
Now I'm going to tighten up the cap screw.
We're going to line up our split with the red line here. And then we're going to look in these holes, the tie rod holes. We're going to make sure that there's definitely clearance for the tie rod.
Okay. Install the 6 half-20 bolts in this cart here.
We're just going to get these finger tight for now. You get your tie rod hole, make sure your tie rod is okay.
Okay, I'll let you snug them how you want.
Okay, we're just going to go around the circle here, just by hand. We're going to install the tie rods.
You want to indicate the,
Oh,
just to show.
yeah, set that on there. You got your small wrench. You have to lower that.
That's the line.
You gotta go down another ½ inch,
Up.
3/4 of an inch. So there goes some more. Wait a minute. Let's go about another 1/4 inch. Okay, if we want to fine tune this, now's the time. Okay, so what you're seeing here is the bore of this glass, which by the way the bore is out around by 5 thousandths, but right now it's sitting in the center. 0, the biggest number is about 14, so it's within 7 thousandths of being right in the center, which is more than adequate.
We accomplish that by hitting these numbers and having that etched line lined up.
And this just confirms that those numbers are good numbers and it's right where we want it to be. Now I'm going to go ahead and install the tie rods and snug up the 6 socket head cap screws. And again, it's just snug. You just like a 1/16 of a turn. That's all we're trying to do here right now. Just so it doesn't move. You guys want to start putting the tie rods in?
Half 13 goes in. Three-eighths wrench. I have on the installation instructions, this is a very important part, so make sure these nuts are down below the face of the glass. Okay, now when you install the indicator, when you have your wiper basket in there, you'll install the indicator onto it.
And this is for aligning the intermediate plate.
Which is critical.
You want to slide this down?
Yep.
We're going to set this about a ½ an inch above the glass.
I got a line there. Okay, pull your indicator up.
And again, when you're doing your final installation, this will be the wiper basket, and we'll have a different assembly to use the indicator. So it'll clamp around 2 halves. You'll bolt it onto the wiper basket, and you'll be doing the same thing we're doing right now with our test piece. So now we can install the intermediate plate. Why don't you leave that down for a second? Now on the intermediate, you still taping? On the intermediate plate, you have 2 sides. The side that goes up is the side that has all the dimensions on it. Okay, the side that goes down, there is no dimensions on there. So this side goes up. And again, we have a red witness line, which has to be on the same side as the top plate witness line. Okay, we ready?
The numbers will be looking up at the numbers.
So the numbers are on the bottom.
These are all looped up, right?
The O-rings are all lubed up.
They've got the witness mark lining up with the others. The tie rod. You down?
Okay, I'm not down. Pull your needle in on, there you go. Down. Okay, now our bottom O-ring is sitting on the T right now. Our red line's lined up with our other red line, so we know the orientation's correct. And now we're just going to snug down our ½ inch 20 nuts on this intermediate plate while we're indicating the bore to get this in the center. You got your nuts? Go ahead and start putting those on there. Okay, so we're plus 20, minus 20. So we have to move it a little bit one way or the other here. Down, over.
Once again, this is a critical operation to getting everything lined up correctly.
Okay, so you can clearly see that this right now is probably within 2 thousandths. We're gonna just carefully snug up our ½ 20 nuts here, compressing the O-ring on the bottom. These are wrenches. So just little turns at a time. Just trying to compress that O-ring.
Opposite of each other.
I think that's pretty obvious.
Wouldn't tighten the bottom nuts until the back.
Yeah, we're not even gonna we're not even gonna tighten the bottom nuts. Okay.
It wasn't in there, now would be the time to install that. Now, do you want to grease this up a little more?
Yeah, we're gonna put a little more grease on there because we want to be able to float that large
More
glass.
oil.
A lot of this
vacuum on it right now, and you can actually tighten it a little more.
That's what happens with all the glass heaters. You let them vacuum sucked up, then you about a 16 flow. It's all feel.
You have your list there, right?
Yes.
You want to raise the indicator up now too. Okay, we're going to raise the indicator up because we're going to just show that when we put the glass on there, if we, again, do the numbers the way we're supposed to do it, our glass will be centered on the center line of the shaft.
But when it comes time to actually install it, you'll have the wiper basket in here. You won't
Right.
have to do this operation.
We're just showing you that if you do it right, the glass evaporator body will be centered on the shaft.
So now we're going to install the glass evaporator with the lines lined up, just like we did below.
And again, the indicator is just to show that, to prove that the cylinder is in the center. I'm gonna have to stand back. This actually takes 3 guys. Watch the shaft. Okay. You gotta rotate it about 20 degrees. I'm going to spin it.
Okay, lining up the lines. So again, this is just to show you that
This is just our, to be able to maneuver the indicator.
it's good under pressure. Not a gamer.
Okay.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2. And back down.
Now we're going to measure, just like we did in the first operation, from here to there, all the way around, with our witness mark lined up in the back. Let me start here, Eric.
Actually, you can.
2.825. Right in the center, perpendicular.
Coming to you.
Yep, right there. Come over here. 2.685. Right on the line. Oop, right there. Okay, now we're going to measure it. Okay, 95. Come my way.
Let's go around the whole thing.
It should be 825, 2.825. It's 2.8.
We gotta bring the whole thing over a little bit, right?
Right, my way. Good. .8. Yeah,
Too much?
Yeah.
Oop, it's really sliding. That's what we want though.
2.8.
more?
Yep. Another 15.
Go ahead. Let's leave it there. It's 20, roughly.
Gotta
I
come my way.
this way.
$90 within 5.
Let's go back to this one again.
Should be 2.825. 820.
Go ahead, you gotta check the other ones.
We're gonna have these things just the right dimension, so you can just use these. Then you can double check it with calipers. Okay, this should be 2.745. $43. 2.580. So 83. We're right where we want to be. Now we're going to install the smaller split ring. Once again, one person holds the glass, 2 people install the ring. Right? Line up the split ring with your witness mark. Got it?
Yep. Go ahead and snug it up.
Need to spin it a little.
You want to check it?
I should snug it up a little.
Again, just finger tight for now. And double check it. You can still fit the calipers in there on a little bit of an angle if you want to double check this.
$90. So we're good. Can't check it the other way. Let's take it
That's
this way.
fine. Okay. So now we're going to just snug that up a little bit, and then we're going to put our long tie rods in. Can you give me that small wrench? This one?
No,
the
the
other
other
one.
one.
And again, you only want to go just a 1/16 of a turn. I mean, just very, very slight. Try to pull this thing down uniform.
If you look in that, you see the shaft's right in the middle of it.
glass.
I just want to get a little pressure on this first. Okay. Actually, right now what we're going to do is just run the indicator in the bore. We split the difference. In other words, we were able to get the bottom section of this right on the money, but then when we got to the top, it was about 110, 120 thousandths off. So what we did is we split the difference. So we should be about 50 to 60 on the bottom, 50 to 60 on the top. Now this is concentricity we're talking about. The first, Dave, I need you to tell me how high here.
Right there.
Okay, so the first section of this glass is not straight, so we have to pick up a straight section, a concentric straight section. So it's above this where the bellows are.
Come up another inch.
On the hot oil.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're looking at the indicator there, we are plus 40. We're 10. We're back to plus, say, 35 or 40 right there. Come around, we're at about a plus 5.
So we're at 40, 50
I'm sorry,
thousandths.
minus 5. So ideally you'd like to reset your indicator, but we can't get in there to do that, so we just got to look at the numbers.
So we're at what, 45 thousandths?
So about 40, 45 thousandths on the bottom. Come up to the top.
Down, right there.
This one's a little bit more difficult to see. You have to almost come in through the top here, Joe. You almost have to come in through the top. Okay, so right there it's a minus 30. And right here it's a plus. It's kind of hard to see, but that's about 80 thousandths. Okay, now what we're going to check is the angularity. So how much of an angle is the bore compared to the ID, to the center line, I should say. Okay, so we're at a plus 40 there. We're pulling this thing straight up, and we're at a minus 35. So that's about 75 thousandths. Rotate it 90. We're at plus 10. We're at about, okay, we're about 0 right there. Bring it up to the top, and we're about 40 thousandths. So on this side, it's about a 40 thousandths angle from the center line. And again, some of this is the actual glass. The glass is out around, and it varies in size also. Right here we're 0, and at the top we are 50, 60, 70, about 75 thousandths. So 0 up to about 75 thousandths. Bring it over to the other quadrant. We're at a plus 25. Bring it up, and we're about 60. So 25, that'd be 35, 40. It's about 40 thousandths. So that tells us that the glass cylinder, the inside of the glass cylinder, is in the center line of the shaft, or the wiper basket when it's on there, you know, less than 100 thousandths. Okay, now we're going to install the tie rods.
red tape down into the intermediate plate.
Get around.
Okay, you want to show them that one now?
We won't even bring that up. Okay. Can I get in there, Joe? You gotta get the ladder or something on the other side, or you just wanna help me hold it?
As long as you're
Can you stop that for a minute? There's a notch on the outside of this ring. There's a small, and that's going to line up again with the red witness lines all the way up and down this thing.
up in your end, right?
Okay, you want to grab your levels? And again, we've got the foam, silicone foam in there between the glass and the Teflon, but we want to get this thing as close to level as possible before we tighten it up. Can I give me a wrench? Get over here. Take that. And again, we just want to compress that silicone rubber on the inside of the Teflon. You might want to get a shot from far away over here, Joe. Why don't you go this way? The blue background, it kind of stands out as far as different. And then the blue tape, this is where your hot oil connectors are. So there's clearance there.